Good morning, everyone. Welcome to SPS online classes. Basically, we discussed in our last class types of speed and what about speed. That means definition of speed, units, mathematical formulas, and etc. So today we will discuss, continue on our topics. That means types of speed. So basically, speed means there are four kinds. There are four kinds. Last class I told you and wrote on the board like that. Uniform speed. First one is uniform speed. Uniform speed. Second one is non-uniform speed. Non-uniform speed. Second one is non-uniform speed. Third one is instantaneous speed. Third one is instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed, and fourth one is average speed. Average speed. Basically, we discuss mainly 4 points. Today we will discuss mainly 4 points. First one is uniform speed, non-uniform speed, instantaneous speed, and average speed. First one is uniform speed. Uniform speed. Uniform speed also known as constant speed. Uniform speed also known as constant speed. Constant speed. Defined. Uniform speed is a constant speed. Uniform speed also known as constant speed. A body has a uniform speed. A body has a uniform speed. A body has a uniform speed if it travels equal distance in equal intervals of time. Equal intervals of time. That means if a body has a uniform speed, if it is travels equal distance in equal intervals of time, equal intervals of time, that means a body is covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. The body is covers equal distance in equal interval of time. Or if a body, this may be defined as if a body travels equal distance in equal interval of time, then the body is said to be uniform motion. Or in other words, if a In other words, if a body travels equal distance in equal inter-equal intervals of time in other words, if a body travels equal distance in equal intervals of time in equal intervals of time, then the body is said to be uniform motion. Then the body is said to be uniform speed. Then the body is said to be uniform speed. Second definition is in other ways. That means uniform speed may be defined as if a body travels equal distance in equal intervals of time, then the body is said to be यूनिफॉर्म मोशन. तब हम कहेंगे कि बॉडी किसमें यूनिफॉर्म मोशन में है. सपोज एग्जांपल A to B is a distance. A to B is a distance. Suppose that a body covers this distance. Suppose that S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, and S6 and S7. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, T7. That means, suppose a distance AB travels an object S1. That means A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That means AC will be equals to CD will be equals to D. If a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time, that means a body has uniform motion. Suppose that S1 T1 पे suppose that कि T1 पे 5 मीटर, T2 पे 10 मीटर, T3 पे 15 मीटर, T4 20 मीटर, T5 25 मीटर, T6 27 मीटर, T8 30 मीटर, T8 35 मीटर. That means the difference is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That means T2, T1, 5, T2, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That means कि a body has uniform motion. A body has uniform motion. Sorry. A body has uniform speed. Second one is non-uniform speed. Second one is non-uniform speed. Second one is non-uniform speed. Uniform speed. Second one is non-uniform speed or maybe variable speed. Maybe variable speed. Definition. Just reverse. A body has a non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. A body has non-uniform motion if it travels unequal distance in equal intervals of time. That means a body a non-uniform motion if it travels equal distance in equal interval of time. If a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, then the body is said to be non-uniform motion. Or if a body travels unequal distance in equal motion. Similarly, if a body travels unequal distance in equal interval of time, then the body is said to be non-uniform motion. जब कोई ऑब्जेक्ट unequal distance travel करता है in equal intervals of time में, in that case the body has non-uniform motion. A body has non-uniform motion. Third one is average speed. Fourth, average speed. Average speed is the important point in a particular chapter. That means we will solve different kinds of numerical on the basis of average speed. So basically we discuss briefly on average speed. The average speed is defined as, first of all, definition of average speed. The average speed is defined as the average speed of a body is the total. The average speed of a body is the average speed of a body is the total distance traveled divided by total time taken. That means the average speed of a body is total distance traveled divided by total time taken. Is the definition of average speed, or the average speed may be defined as the total distance traveled by the body to the total time taken. It's a language you can define as your word. That means the average speed may be defined as the total distance traveled by the body to the total time taken. That means total distance travel करने में कितना टाइम लग रहा है, दैट मीन्स कि टोटल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करने में जितना टाइम लग रहा है उस डिस्टेंस को ट्रेवल करने के लिए इस दोनों का रेशियो को हम लोग बोलेंगे एवरेज स्पीड। तो मैथमेटिकली कैन रिटन एज mathematically it can be written as average speed mathematically can be written as average speed equal to total distance traveled total distance traveled by total time taken। That means mathematically average speed equal to total distance traveled by total time taken। Total distance traveled by total time taken is the formula। That means average speed is denoted by VAB। That means the average speed is denoted by VAB। That means average speed। So that means average speed is denoted by VAB। That means total distance by total time taken। VAB, that means the total distance by total time taken। So after that the formula on the basis of this statement we can define as the average speed is the ratio of, on the basis of this statement, this mathematical term we can define as the average speed is the ratio of total distance the total distance to the time taken। That means the average speed is defined as or average speed also defined as average speed also defined as the ratio of total distance to the total time। The average speed may be defined as average speed also defined as it is the ratio of total distance to the total time taken। That means it is a ratio, total distance is to total time taken। So maybe average speed defined as suppose a distance AB, suppose let distance AB will be equals to L। Suppose let distance AB will be equals to L। Suppose an object, a body moving covers, suppose an object covers this distance with different velocities, cover this distance with different speed। So that means L by 2 and L by 2। So suppose that an object covers L by 2 distance with a speed of v1 meter per second, and half of the distance is covered with a speed of v2 meter per second। After that we will find the average speed of the body for this particular distance। As we know that as we know that, as we know that as we know that average speed, that means VAB will be equal to total distance by total time taken. Total distance by total time taken. This is the actual formula of average speed. This is the actual formula of average speed. Now come to the figure. In that case, we have distance L. That means L by 2 plus L by 2 is total distance equal to L. Speed is V1 and speed is V2. But in that case, we don't have time. In that case, we don't have time. Suppose that this distance covered by the body with a velocity of v1 in time t1 and half of the distance covered by the body with speed of v2 and time t2. In that case, first of all we should find out the distance. We should first find out the time. Time. So that means from A to C. For A to C, distance will be equals to L by 2. Distance will be equals to L by 2, and speed will be equals to V1 meter per second. V1 meter per second, and time will be equals to T1. So that means from the formula. From the formula, the distance will be equals to speed into time. Speed into time. So time will be equals to distance by speed. Time will be equals to distance by speed. Therefore, time will be equals to distance by speed. Time will be equals to distance by speed. Time will be equals to distance by speed. So that means T1 will be equals to distance L by 2 by V1. L by 2 by V1. For C to B. Next, for C to B, the distance will be equals to D for distance will be equals to L by 2 meter, and speed will be equals to V2 meter per second, and time will be equals to T2. T2, that means second. T2 second. So similarly T2 will be equals to L by 2 into V2. First of all, we find out total time. Time T2 and T1. What is the value of T2 and T1? Next, we will putting this value in that equation. Next, we will putting this value in that place. So therefore, average speed will be equals to total distance L by total time, that is T1 plus T2. That can be written as L by 2 by T1 plus T2. From the formula, that means from the figure, I can write this L by 2 and T1, L by 2 and T2. So, as per the mathematical formula, total distance, that means this one plus this will be equal to I. So L can be written as L by 2 plus L by 2 and time can be written as t1 plus t2. This mathematical formula is changes like that. Next, so L t1 will be equals to L2 by v1 plus t2 will be equals to L2 by v2. L2 by v2. Similarly, L by 2 v1 plus L by 2 v2. Now VAB will be equals to L by 2 v1 plus L by 2 v2 to v2. तो next L common L by L को अगर बाहर निकाला जाए that means 1 by 2 v1 plus 1 by 2 v2 and I can say that means finally VAB average speed will be equals to finally average speed will be equals to 1 by 2 v1 plus 2 v2. This is the mathematical formula of average speed. In case of numerical, when we are going to solve the numerical, we can directly put this value. In that case, v is always given. In that case, velocity of the in that case, velocity speed of the body is always given in numerical questions. When we are going to solve the numerical question related to this topic, in that case, speed of the body or speed of the object is given in the questions. Now we will see an example. After that, our concept is completely clear. A car travels 30 km. Questions: a car travels 30 km. A car travels 30 km. A car travels 30 km at a uniform speed of speed of 40 km per hour. 40 km per hour and कि a car travels 30 km at a uniform speed of 40 km per hour. And next 30 km and next 30 km with a speed of 30 km with a uniform speed of 20 km per hour. 20 km per hour. Find the average speed of that car. Find the average speed of the car. Find the average speed of the car. Basically क्या कह रहा है सुन देखना कि a car travels 30 km at a uniform speed of 40 km per hour and next 30 km with a uniform speed of 20 km per hour. 20 km per hour. Then find the average speed of the car. That means when an object travels a distance with different speed or even variable speed, in that case we will find the average speed of the body of the car and anything. Let's. This is the diagram. Suppose that A to C and A to B, this point is C. From A to C, the distance is 30 km. And the speed of the car is 40 km per hour. That means V will be equals to 40 km per hour. And S will be equals to S means distance. S means distance will be equal to 30 kilometer and speed of the body is car is 40 kilometer per hour. Second, C to B S is similar 30 kilometer and speed is that means V2 and V2 is will be equal to 20 kilometer per hour. 20 kilometer per hour. In that case, you have to find out the average speed of the car. In that case, we have to find out the average speed of the car. Simply from the formula, as we know that if VAB will be equal to total distance. That means this one is S1 and this one is S2. S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. Simply, as we know that from the formula, what average speed will be equal to S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. Here, S1 plus S2 will be equal to S. S1 plus S2 will be equal to S. That means total distance. That means total distance. In that case, the total distance traveled by the car is 30 plus 30. That means 60 kilometer. So 60 kilometer that means capital S. 60 kilometer that means capital S. First of all, time. Basically, हमको क्या चाहिए? Time चाहिए because we don't have any idea what time it takes. That means कितना टाइम इसको E to C जाने में लगा और C से B डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करने में इसको कितना टाइम लगा with this speed. So first of all, we find out the time of the car. That means T1 for A to C. For A to C. For A to C. That means S1 will be equal to 30 kilometers. V1 will be equal to 40 kilometer per hour. That means velocity of the car, speed of the car is 40 kilometer per hour and distance traveled by the car is 30 kilometer. 30 kilometer. So time we don't have. Time we don't have. That means suppose that you are going somewhere by the bike, by the car, by the train. Entire the journey, the speed of the train or speed of the car or speed of the bike will not equal because as per the weight, the speed of the vehicles are varies. The speed of the vehicles are varies for the certain distance. That means suppose that I am going to Katihar from Barsoi. So suppose that the distance between Katihar to Barsoi is X. The distance between Katihar to Barsoi is X. So entire length X